So you played in the CCHA. You had a great career at Ohio State. You've been to Europe and made an impact in the Swedish Elite League. Did you ever think your NHL time was going to come? And how did you keep positive about trying to get to the NHL?
Yeah, two parts to that. Obviously, I always felt like I could play. I always felt like I had the ability, and I was confident in my game, and knew that if I ever got the chance that I could play and have an impact and perform well. But obviously, there was some long years in the minors and ended up overseas for a couple of years. So certainly a lot of days where that dream felt like a long shot, and just kind of stuck with the path and trusted the process as much as I could, and tried to just stay enthusiastic through the whole thing. And being over in Europe the last couple of years, I really, it made me realize how much that fire was in me to want to play in the NHL. So I was really excited that there was an opportunity to come back to North America, and then obviously, right out of training camp here, I've had the chance to play a few games, so it's been amazing.
What reignited the fire overseas?
I think just once I was kind of out of the mix in North America, I really missed kind of that chase and that drive that I had while I was playing here in the American League, and really, pursuing that dream of playing in the NHL. And obviously, I really enjoyed my time over in Europe. It was a great couple of years, and it was the best thing for my game in the long run. I think it was amazing to get the chance to play a lot of games and be the guy there and really develop my game. But yeah, certainly. I felt like it was a long way to come back to North America, but that fire grew bigger than it ever was while I was over there. So I was really excited to have the chance to come back.
How would you describe your style?
I like to play like calm and efficiently as possible, and just keep it simple, really. I know I can be athletic at times and use those, athletic type saves if I need to, but I try and stay as structured and calm as possible, and just kind of let pucks hit me.
How has it changed from when you were drafted then? I'm just curious along this journey.
Yeah, I think my it's changed so much. It's been so funny, seeing a lot of old footage that's been brought back up from, college days and all that, and even early pro days, and almost unrecognizable. But I think it's just been such a great journey to have the opportunity to work with so many different goalie coaches who have all, offered me so much advice and input, and really helped shape my game. So I feel better now than I ever have about it. And every year I feel like I just kind of keep adding more tools to it. And but it's been crazy to just see the journey that it's gone on.
What's the biggest add that you've made to your game?
I think just like trusting my game and being calm and collected, and just kind of really just patient. And that's been a big focus for me this year, coming back to North America and trying to adjust to the NHL speed and pace, and with all the skills. So I would say it's one of my biggest attributes for sure is my patience, and the efficiency that comes with that.
Does that come with playing, or does that come with getting older?
A little bit of both. I think, of course, the more you play, the more confident you can feel in your game, and really just trust it. But of course, as you get older, you start to read the game a little bit better, and have that experience under your belt, and really know what's important and what to watch for. So obviously, throughout the years, I've seen so many different goalies play, and had the opportunity to play alongside so many different guys, and seen a ton of styles, and just been able to really just talk shop with so many different guys, goalies and coaches, and really take what I felt was important to add to my game, and help shape it.
I'm more patient because I can't move. That's the reason why my game's more patient. Just slower.
Yeah. Well, you're just old now.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
So I'm curious that you were in that Chicago organization at a time when they were winning Stanley Cups. So, and yet, in many ways, Corey Crawford was there for a while. Was there a time where you thought you were never going to get a chance, obviously, in Chicago, or did you ever wonder, say, hold on now, Mr. Bowman, I can play for you? And how aggressive would you get in your discussions with the Blackhawks?
Yeah, two sides to that. I felt early on maybe my game needed some time to develop. Of course, I spent my first 2 years primarily in the East Coast League, which was great. I mean, I think it's good for young goalies to be able to play a lot of games. But the other side of that was I couldn't actually play in the NHL because I didn't have an NHL contract. So that didn't come until near the end of my third year. So that was about the time that I felt like, maybe there was a chance of kind of climbing the depth chart and being able to make an impact one day. It was just really a slow burn. I felt like I was really making progress every year that I was there, and felt like I was getting a lot better, and maybe opening up some eyes as far as a future with them and what they thought. But it's so challenging as a goalie. There's so many different guys that are coming in the mix, and so many moving parts as far as free agents and new prospects and guys kind of getting thrown into that. So that was certainly the case in Chicago. I felt like as much as I was getting better, I wasn't able to climb the depth chart enough to really be in contention for a job there.
What was Beijing like?
It was an amazing experience. Yeah, it was obviously high stress with all the rules and regulations and COVID over there. I think that's no secret, but an amazing experience start to finish. Obviously, to get the call to represent your country is something that everybody dreams of, and being able to go to the Olympics, say I'm an Olympian, and have that experience was unbelievable, and one of the best memories of my hockey career for sure.
But respectfully, respectfully, there were a lot of people that were saying, as the game started and you started to play, who's this Matt Tomkins guy? And yet so you were probably getting texts from people saying, who the heck are you? What are you doing? You're finally fulfilling something that you thought as a 15 and 16-year-old in suburban Edmonton that you could play in the National Hockey League and play in the Olympics, man.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of people that didn't even know I was on the team until they saw my name pop up on TV or something. But no, it was crazy just the way it all kind of shaped up. I mean, the NHL was, of course, in contention of potentially going still, and then they had to pull an audible there last second and put together a group. And I'd been playing well over in Sweden at the time. Wasn't sure if I'd maybe be in the mix, and my name got thrown in the hat, and was, first of all, just thrilled to be picked, and then of course wanted to play, and didn't play the first couple games, and then took over the net after that. So really exciting opportunity for me. I think it was a great feather in my cap as far as my hockey career is concerned, and certainly I think helped open a lot of eyes as to my ability and the potential I had of going forward and what I could do.
You're of an age where you kind of grew up on NHLers at the Olympics. What's your earliest Olympic hockey memory? And then I want you to tell me, did you ever think you'd be in that player's shoes or those shoes?
First memories for sure, Salt Lake in 2004. I can vividly remember.
2002.
2002. You're right. And vividly remember watching on TV, obviously super young at the time, but it still sticks out in my mind. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think of the experience that I had, and to be able to put on that jersey and how special that was, and how rewarding that feeling is to, represent your country. And then most importantly, to look back at the names who have done it in the past and be in that company is it's incredible. So really just truly grateful for the opportunity, and it was an amazing experience.
So does that mean you're a Brodeur guy, or who was the guy you were trying to be when you were out in the driveway?
In the driveway was Patrick Waugh. So he was actually the reason I became a goalie in the first place. Funny enough, he was my favorite hockey player, even though I was a defenseman at the time. So not sure why that was, but that's why I made the switch to goalie. And
how old were you?
I think I was about 10 years old. So
that's
I
late.
Yeah, so I played well my first year. I ended up playing in that Team Brick tournament, 4-team Brick in Edmonton there. So I was pretty good at it pretty early on. So I guess I never really looked back.
Hold on. Your first year playing goal, you made the Brick team?
Yeah, that's true.
That's an overachiever. Wow, that's incredible. The amount of attention on that thing.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then obviously tying it to the Olympics as well. My goalie partner was Emran Smashmeyer, who was representing
Right.
the women's team in Beijing as well. So that was cool to see our hockey journeys collide again.